Jin, BTS's Kim Seokjin, isn't just an idol. He's not just a member of BTS. He's not just a global superstar. He's a symbol of strength, sincerity, and love for millions of armies around the world. But today, Jin's name isn't mentioned because of a concert. He's not mentioned because of an achievement. He's not mentioned because of a grand stage. Today, Jin's name is mentioned because of something far more important, his health. Jin underwent surgery. Not because of the stage. Not because of a busy schedule. He wasn't mentioned because of extreme training. But because of a finger injury sustained during his daily activities. And this is the story that has left the entire army world speechless, not out of fear, but out of love. Because today, we're not talking about an idol, we're talking about a human being named Kim Seokjin. Watch this video until the end, because this isn't just news, it's a story about Jin, the health, sincerity, and love of armies around the world. In a world filled with light. On a stage that's always bright, amidst the cheers of thousands of voices, there's one figure who always appears with serenity. Kim Seokjin. A global idol. A figure who symbolizes happiness. A human who always appears strong. But behind it all, behind the camera spotlight, behind the glitz and glamour of the entertainment industry, there's one reality that idols and humans can't avoid. They get tired. They get sick. They get hurt. And today, the story we're discussing isn't about grand stages. Not about big concerts. Not about world records. Today, we're talking about health. About a small wound that carries a big story. About a human named Kim Seokjin who is undergoing the recovery process. This news comes without sensation. Without drama. Without controversy. Without rumors. But precisely because of that, this news feels even more profound. BTS's Jin underwent surgery. Not because of the concert. Not because of the busy schedule. Not because of the extreme choreography. Not because of the demands of the industry. But because of a finger injury that occurred during everyday activities. Something that seems small to the outside world. Something that many might consider trivial. But for an idol, for a performer, for an artist, it's part of his life. Part of his work. Part of his identity. And this is where we see Jin's most human side. Not as a superstar. Not as a global icon. But as an ordinary human being who can get hurt. Who can get sick, who needs time to heal. Big Hit Music officially informed the public. Not through rumors. Not through leaks. But through an official company statement. In its statement, Big Hit explained that Jin injured his left index finger during everyday activities. There was no major accident. No stage incident. No extreme event. Just one ordinary activity that resulted in a serious injury. This is a reminder that the human body, no matter how strong it seems, still has its limits. And as a professional, Jin didn't ignore his body's signals. He didn't force himself. He didn't delay the examination. He made the right decision by going to the hospital and undergoing a thorough medical examination. On Friday, February 6, Jin visited the emergency room of a nearby hospital. He underwent a medical examination and initial treatment. The results revealed that the tendon in his left index finger was partially damaged. Tendons are vital tissues that connect muscles and bones. They allow the finger to move, bend, and function normally. When tendons are damaged, motor function can be impaired. Daily activities can become painful. Simple movements can become difficult. For an idol or a performer, this is no small matter. This was about quality of life. This was about the future of his professional activities. This was about his long-term health. At this point, the doctor made the crucial decision: surgery was necessary. Not a simple treatment. Not a conventional treatment. But a medical procedure to repair the extensor muscle and tendon in his left index finger. This decision wasn't about fast or slow. Not about schedule. Not about work. But about the future of his health. about bodily function, about quality of life. And Jin chose to follow medical advice. Not to push himself. Not to ignore his condition. Not to delay treatment. He chose long-term safety over short-term interests. On Friday afternoon, February 6, Jin officially underwent surgery. The medical procedure was to repair the damaged tendon and extensor muscle in his left index finger. The procedure went according to plan. Without serious complications. Without major obstacles. And then came the words millions had been waiting for: the operation went well. A simple sentence. But full of meaning. Full of relief. Full of hope. After undergoing treatment and medical observation, Jin was discharged from the hospital on Wednesday morning, February 4. He is currently recovering. He is wearing a cast to stabilize his finger. He is focusing on complete rest. He is under medical supervision. No strenuous activity. No training. No busy schedule. The focus is solely on recovery, healing, and health. Big Hit emphasized that Jin's health and safety are the top priority. There is no forced activity. No schedule pressure. There are no excessive targets. This is not just artist management. This is moral responsibility. This is humanity. This is respect for humans as human beings. Because idols are not machines. Artists are not robots. Humans are not industrial products. Armies around the world responded in a beautiful way. Not panic. Not speculation. Not drama. But prayers. Love. Patience. Unconditional support. Simple messages filled social media: get well soon, Jin. We will wait for you. Your health comes first. A short sentence. But full of emotional power. This story isn't about surgery. It's not about a hospital. It's not about a finger. It's about humanity. About vulnerability. About the body's limits. About the importance of self-care. About the courage to pause. About the wisdom of choosing recovery. About the maturity to listen to one's body. And Jin teaches one simple thing, that taking care of yourself is not weakness, but a form of strength. Jin isn't leaving. He isn't leaving the stage. He isn't leaving ARMY. He's simply healing himself. So that he can return healthier. Stronger. More whole. And our job as fans is not to demand. Not to push. Not to pressure. But to wait with love, prayer, and patience. BTS's Jin isn't leaving. Kim Seokjin isn't leaving the stage. Jin isn't leaving ARMY. He's simply doing the most important thing in human life, healing himself. So that he can return healthier, stronger, happier, and still be the BTS Jin we love. Because Jin is not just an idol. Jin is human. And humans need time to heal. As ARMY, our job is not to demand. Not to push. Not to pressure. But to wait with love. Waiting with prayer. Waiting with patience. If you are ARMY, write in the comments get well soon, Jin we will wait for you, Jin your health comes first, Kim Seokjin like this video, subscribe to this channel, and share with fellow ARMY. Because every little support from us means a lot to Jin BTS. And one thing is for sure, ARMY is not leaving. BTS is not leaving. And Jin will be back.